Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how to make an assistive technology device called a story strip. This is a no-tech device that is used to help students with their writing, organization, sequencing, and drafting. This is an easy to manipulate visual that helps the students learn about the different aspects of the story. So character, setting, conflict, rising action part 1, rising action part 2, climax, falling action, and resolution. And this can be used in any grade level, just adapt it for your students' needs. And in this example, I'm going to be using it for a 7th grade English class. So the students in the classroom will have their own pile of laminated pictures with stickies on the back, and they will be able to pick from those pictures to create their own story, and then they're going to walk around and share their story with others. This will help students who struggle with auditory learning because it gives them a visual that they can play with and manipulate. It also helps them with their writing because it gives them very clear guidelines. Your characters go here, your setting goes here, your conflict goes here. So this will help them organize their writing and remind them of what their story is about when they go to share it with peers. So this is a very easy way for students to learn about drafting, sequencing, organization in their writing when they're writing a piece of fiction. So I'm going to show you how to make this. So if you see here, I've used a paint stirrer. I just got them at Walmart, and I covered it with masking tape to cover up the writing so that you can write on both sides. I've used stickies from any craft store. You can get this at like Michael's or Joann's, and one side is soft and one side is not sticky. So they're little Velcro sticks. And here I'm going to use a SpongeBob episode for my sample that I make. So I already have my SpongeBob pictures cut out and laminated, and so I'll show you from that step where you begin. So we're going to start with our story strip that's covered in masking tape, and we're going to figure out which stickies go where. So this is going to be character, this is going to be setting, this is the conflict, and this is part 1 of the rising action. So let's organize these where we'll like them. Okay, and I'm going to start by putting one side of the sticky. You can use either side really, but I'm going to go with the rough side on the back of my pictures. And for the lesson plan that I've written this for, I'll have a bunch of pictures for the students to use. It won't just be for one story. The students will be able to create their own story. So there'll be a bunch of different pictures of characters, a bunch of different pictures of conflicts, a bunch of different pictures of actions that people, in the story can do. And the students will have choice. They'll be able to pick what their story looks like. So there you go. Okay. And what we're going to do now, when you make the story strip, you want the students to be able to stick their picture in the right place. So even though we're not going to give them a completed story strip, it'll be easiest to find the positioning of the soft dot if you stick it onto the back of one of your dots here. So I've stuck them together, and now I have the sticker part of it here. And then I'm going to place it on the story strip, just like that. Okay. And then right above that, I'm going to write characters as a reminder to the students that your characters go here. So for our episode here, SpongeBob and Patrick are the characters. Okay. Next, we're going to do the same thing with the setting. Okay, so stick it onto the back there. And then you're going to place it where you think it fits, right there. And then we're going to write setting. Oh, got a little bit on my picture there. Okay, so you can see we have characters and now we have setting. And you'll continue along in that same vein to put the rest of these on. And when you're done, you're going to want to take your little laminated pages off so that your students can, this one doesn't want to come off. You're going to take your laminated pages off so that your students will have a blank strip where they can create their own story. So, and we'll do the same thing here. Okay, so we have a spot for character and a spot for setting already. And this is what we'll give to the students. Once it's all completed, we're going to give this to the students, and they will have stories that have the rough side of the sticky on the back. So when it's completely done, they will see this on their desk. Okay, so story strip. This, I put a 1 up here so they know it's side 1 and all of the parts of the story, and then story strip side 2, and then the rest of the parts of the story. So the students will come in and they'll have this on their desk. And then they will have a pile of pictures with stickies on the back, and they'll be able to pick through those stickies to create their own story. Once they've created their own story, they're going to walk around and share this with other people. So this will help them, it'll serve as a guideline for them and a reminder of what their story is about. It'll help them with sequencing because they'll know the starting with characters, starting with setting, what is the conflict of our story, and then going through with the conflict getting worse through rising action in the climax, and then getting better through the falling action and then the resolution. And so the students will learn and visualize how the story strip looks, and they'll be able to generate their own story to share with others. Alright, so that's my demonstration of story strips. Like I said, you can get these supplies anywhere at a craft store. These paint stirrers are free at Walmart. So it's pretty easy to make, and it is a great tool to use for students who are getting bored with traditional learning, or students who struggle with their writing, or students who struggle with auditory learning. Alright, so there you go, story strips. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you can use that in your own classroom. Thank you.